Hey, do Trump got dementia? Or is he just losing his damn man? He can't stay on topic. Check this out.
Tremendous, tremendous place. This is the Rose Garden. We never touched a rose. The roses are in full bloom, and they will be in full bloom during certain seasons. But we never touched. I tell you what we did. The grass was not usable. Every time we'd have a press conference, women in particular were sinking deep into the mud. And at some point, I said, it's time to make the change. We picked a great stone, and we have a great speaker system. I hope. I hope everybody hears us perfectly. But a lot of people are wondering why you're here tonight. And I'll tell you very simply why you're here, because you are the ones that I never had to call at 4 o'clock in the morning. You are the ones that have been my friend.
That man went to grass, the roses only grow at a certain time, and now I ain't have to call you 3 o'clock in the morning. Okay. Okay.
And you know what I'm talking about. And you're smart and even brilliant people, but you would tell people, I don't speak to the president much because I always vote with the president. And Mike Johnson, who's going to go down as one of the great speakers of our time or any other time.
Oh. So that's why you ain't had them call you 3 o'clock in the morning, because they ass kisses. They gonna vote for you anyway. Let's keep it real. Keep it real.
Mike, thank you very much. I said, Mike, I want to do something. I want to reward the people that have confidence in their president, have confidence in you, and vote for us. And that includes some of the senators that are here. We have senators, we have congressmen. This was originally going to be for Congress only. We're going to have the senators sometime, but a couple of the senators really wanted to be here. And I'm going to start off by one of them, who's a really good friend of mine, comes from a state where I was, I think, 77 out of 77 district or areas. I won them all three times. Ronald Reagan was second. He got 56. Is that right? I got 77 out of 77, and I did it three.
Look at him. He always got to make himself just like he the biggest, the best. You know what I'm saying? He number one. He's this fucking he a narcissist. I'm talking about he just man full of himself.
Times. So I happen to love the state of Oklahoma. So getting back to why you got invited. So I'd get a call from the speaker, and it'd say, "Sir, we have 16 hard no's. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, and we have one of many bills because this happened many times, and it tended to be the same 16, 18, 19 people all the time. 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the morning, I call them. I said, Jim, how you doing, Jim? Everything okay? Yes, sir. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. How are you voting for us, Jim? Well, what do you think, sir? Tell me, what should I do, sir? And he broke my ass. And they had about 16 others. That doesn't mean we don't like them, but we had about 16, 17, or 18.
Yeah, you tell him you call him 4 or 5 o'clock in the goddamn morning, 3 o'clock in the damn morning. You ain't calling them just having no regular conversation. You call them to threaten their ass. If you don't vote for me, you gonna be up out of there. That's what your ass did. And we all know this shit. That's why they scared of you. And you know they scared of you. That's why, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you can have a couple of them that hold out, but hey, you know they ain't finna actually hold out. They just talking their mind for a minute until they get scared. Then they gonna flip.
18 others, and they made life very difficult, but we got them there because we had a period where we had a majority of one. Is that right, Mike? One. We were one heart attack away from losing the House. Think of that. And nobody could have done that but that man right there. And I think I helped a little bit. I think I helped a little bit.
Yeah, you
But
get
Mike, unbelievable. And we passed legislation. I call it the great big beautiful bill. I add the word great because it gives the greatest tax cuts in the history of our country. When you think no tax on tips, no tax on Social Security, no tax on overtime, these are working class things. We get a deduction if you buy a car, you borrow money.
That's it's all that shit is a lie. Because now it ain't hardly no jobs. So you ain't even getting no damn tips. You ain't even getting no overtime. No none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Social Security, you can't cut that shit out. So you know what I'm saying? When you talking about no taxes on Social Security. You kind of cut that shit out. So all the shit that you talking about you doing for the poor people or middle class people is a fucking lie. Stop lying to us.
Deduct the interest, Jason, which is so incredible. Nobody ever heard of that. Middle class, nobody ever got deductions like that. The bill is unbelievable. In fact, we really don't need any other votes because we have everything in that. That's why it's a great, big, beautiful bill. And Scott Bessent is here, who's done a fantastic job. And he's one of the people, one of the writers of it, gave plenty of good ideas. And I think Howard is here someplace. Where's Howard Lutnick? Howard, thank you very much. I call them the Bobbsey twins. They're the most different human beings I've ever met. They're both great, but one is a little bit different than the other, like by about 200 yards. And they're fantastic and they get along great. But the administration has been amazing. And what we've done has not been done. A lot of people, even the people that are not necessarily lovers of President Trump, and some of them are right there in the fake news, but they said that nobody's done what we've done in 7 months, a little more than 7 months. When you think of it, we stopped 7 wars. And the war that I thought was going to be the easiest is probably the most difficult. That's the Ukraine.
And this is one of the biggest lies he just constantly saying. Stop 7 fucking wars. Dude, you didn't stop shit. Not nothing. The war you said you gonna stop in one day is still going on now. You talking about that's the hardest one. Woo, woo, woo. No, that's the one that's still going on. That's the one that's current. That's the one that's right now. What about Israel, motherfucker? You ain't did nothing about that either. Stop lying about how many wars you done stopping, and everybody, you know what I'm saying, when they do a little ceasefire and everything, you talking about you stop the war. They come out and tell you, this motherfucker ain't had nothing to do with it. Lying ass motherfucker, boy. Telling you.
Ukraine and Russia. I thought that would be easier. The relationship with President Putin, all of that, it didn't matter. It's ended up being probably the most difficult. But we stopped wars. One was going on for 31 years. They said it was unstoppable. I got it done in about 2 hours. Another one, 35 years, and another one, 37 years. So we got them all done. But we got 7 of them done. We ended up stopping the potential nuclear disaster in Iran with, I think, one of the greatest military trips ever taken. Nobody's ever seen anything like it.
We all know that's a lie. They still got nuclear.
We flew the B-2 bomber. They flew for 36 hours. Not a single mishap, not a single problem. And those pilots were great. I invited them to the Oval Office a month ago, and they came in handsome. They looked just like Tom Cruise. They looked just, I'm telling you, they were great. They were, every one of them, and they were looking forward to that mission. I said, did you really want to go? They said, sir, we've been waiting for 22 years. They said, for 22 years, their predecessors have been practicing 3 to 4 times a year that mission because they knew someday they had to take it out. And they said, no other president had the courage to let us go, sir, and you did. I said, were you happy or unhappy about that? And they could not have been happier. They loved it. They were so disappointed when I heard one of the news outlets give the information as to when we were taking off, when we were landing. I called our.
That was your own guy saying that shit on the damn on the text messages and all that shit, telling them all the damn details of the shit. What the hell is you talking about? That Pete Hegseth. He the one who was doing all that shit. Man, I'm telling you, boy. Check it out. Just check it out, y'all.
Our great General Kane, as you know, he's done a phenomenal, I don't know if he's here, but he did a phenomenal job, and he's done a phenomenal job, head of the Joint Chiefs now, because he wiped out ISIS. So, General Kane, I was told it would take 4 years to defeat ISIS. He did it in 4 weeks. I said, he's my guy for the top. And he really knows how to win. But what we've done has been incredible. I'm so happy about that, but I'm really happy when you see almost $17 trillion will be invested in this country over the next few months, actually. We started from the day we came in. November 5th was a big day. It was Liberation Day in a lot of different ways. It's a lot of different forms of liberation. But what we really have is something that I don't think any country has ever had. We're going to have over 17 trillion, and that number is going to go much higher than that, invested in our country, and is being invested right now as we speak. We have
Okay, we have over $17 trillion invested in our economy and everything. Why the hell our deficit ain't going down instead of going up? Why ain't shit? Why the grocery prices ain't going down instead of going up? Why the car prices ain't going? The house prices ain't all this shit is not going down. You know what I'm saying? It's going up. You're a fucking liar. Your tariffs is tearing everybody up. It's not doing any good, dude.
we have factories from all over the world coming in. We have car plants that were stolen from us. We had 40%, 47% of our car industry stolen from us over the last 40 years. And
Stolen
I think
from
the
us.
number is
Why they
actually
gonna
much
steal
higher than
from
that. They say 47. I think it's
car
a lot
plant?
higher. It's all coming back. The AI plants are massive. Some of them cost $50 billion. We're allowing them to build electricity with their plant. Nobody ever heard of that before. They're built, and if we didn't do that, they couldn't hook into the grid. We wouldn't have AI. We're substantially leading China. China knows it. We're substantially, and most of those people were here. You know, you're the first ones on this great place. We call it the Rose Garden Club, and it's a club.
Here he go. He start you talking about AI and them doing a good job, and now you just switching to the Rose Garden. That's what I'm saying. The dimensions starting to kick in. You don't even go so far, but without it kicking in, here you go.
Club for senators, for congresspeople, and for people in Washington, and frankly, people that can bring peace and success to our country. And you're invited as congressmen. Mostly we have congressmen and senators tonight. Again, you know why you're first? Because it rained last night. I had the high tech guys we're going to hear, and they didn't want to have rain on top of their beautiful heads.
So you heard him right there. The only reason why your ass is first because it was raining last night. It ain't no because you was special. He gonna try and put it in there like you know what I'm saying. You special too. You know what I'm saying. That's why. Nah, the only reason why they ain't had that out there because it was raining. You wouldn't have been the first. You'd have been the second.
We had the highest IQ last night in the history of the world, and we took them inside because two reasons. Number one, I wanted you to be number one, and you were. They could have endured the little rain, but I wanted you to be number one. And I would say I would match IQ tonight here with what we had last night, meaning IQ of common sense and survival. Okay, I think you have a higher IQ in certain ways, let me tell you. But we had a great group last night, and they're investing tens of billions. They're investing trillions of dollars. Some of the companies are investing literally trillions of dollars in this great country of ours. So we've turned it around to a level. We were given a very bad hand. We had 25 million people allowed to come into our country, come in from.
See, he finna switch again. He was just talking about the economy. You know what I'm saying? How many the investors and everybody like that was investing 25 trillion first of billions, you know what I'm saying? Billions, then he went all the way up to trillions and everything, knowing that's not true. Ain't nobody give you no trillions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? And then he just switched. Started talking about people coming in illegally and stuff. I mean, what you can't stay on topic?
Mental institutions, prisons from all over the world, emptied their prisons out into this country. Drug dealers, drug addicts, we have everything. They were allowed to come in. Murderers, 11,788 murderers, 50% of whom killed more than one person during their life. They were allowed to come into our country by the Democrats and by Sleepy Joe. And that was a thing. Now, they had the worst inflation in history. We've got the inflation down, but inflation is nothing compared to what I just.
Now you see how he just. That's what I'm saying. Something going wrong with it. He just talking about criminals. Now he went to inflation and shit. Just that fucking quick. In a matter of like 30 fucking seconds. This man is losing his fucking. He's slipping. He is really slipping.
just told you, to allow 25, I believe the real number is 25 million people into this country, many of whom should never have been allowed.
It's 25 million now. He just said it was like 11,000 or something that was emptied out of the jet. Now it's 25 million. That fucking quick? That was only fucking 10 seconds. God damn. Shit. I mean, damn, dog.
Allowed into this country. And we're doing a great job in getting them out. And we're getting them out by the thousands every month, every week in some cases. And one example is right over here, Washington, D.C. It was the most unsafe city anywhere in the country, our capital. And after 12 days, it became known as a safe city. And then after 2 more days, it's now one of the safest cities in the country, and people are going out to dinner. They're walking down the middle of the street. Women are walking by themselves alone, and they feel
Women was walking by themselves at first. They were walking down the streets. They was going to restaurants and everything at first. Crime we had went all the way down at first. You haven't did anything. Not nothing but waste taxpayers' money. That's it. That's all.
totally safe. And if you leave here right now, and if you walk back to wherever you happen to stay, you're going to feel totally secure, totally safe. We've done an incredible job. And we'll be doing that with other cities throughout the country. I mean, when you look at Chicago, we have a governor that says that things are okay with crime, except that last weekend, 11 people were killed and 68 people were wounded by gunshot. The week before, 5 people were killed, 28 people were wounded. The week before, 6 people were killed, 19 people were badly wounded. Many of the wounded are going to die. And he said, oh, well, we have a safe city. These people are sick. There's something wrong with them. But we're going to make some other choices pretty soon. I watched Portland.
No, you are sick. Something is wrong with you. These crime rates that you are reporting are straight up lies. Why the hell are you a president of the United States and just want to sit up here and lie? Crime rate in Chicago, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that shit was bad. But that shit been going down for years and years, and this is on one of the lowest rates it's been. So you sitting up here and just trying to sick your dogs on Democrats when your Republican states are even worse than what the fuck ass shit is.
Oregon last night, burning to the ground, just burning with people. And these are agitators. These are professional agitators. These are not people that are protesting. These are professional paid agitators. And they're paid by the left, not by the right. And we're going to stop them. We're going to stop it all. So we're pretty much, I don't think you can do much better than zero crime. They said crime is down 87%. I said, really? Who are the 13%? Okay, I don't think they exist. So we're so proud of what, because this is our nation's capital. Now we're going to be coming to you for a small amount of money. We're going to beautify Washington.
Whoa, whoa. You threw that in real quick. You're going to be coming for a small amount of money. You threw that in real quick. Trump, he thought that was slick. We're going to be coming for you for a small amount of money. What the fuck you mean a small amount of money? We ain't got no damn money to give your ass. You already took all the goddamn money. What you talking about? You threw that, man. You see how quick that man threw that shit in there and ain't gonna move on.
We're going to fix the roads. We're going to fix the medians. We're going to clean up the place. We're going to put new grass in all the parks. You know, you don't know this. Grass has a life. Do you know that, Mike? Grass has a life like we have a life. It's so long. Guess what? It expired about 40 years ago in these parks. There's no grass on half.
I don't want to keep on stopping. This man's talking about grass. He is talking about grass. Grass got a life. Yeah, motherfucker, 1 year. After that, you know what I'm saying? You plant the new grass seeds and then motherfucker gonna grow back. Just do this shit so. All right.
Half of them. We're going to regrass them with the best guys in the country. We're going to grass them by people that do Augusta. in Georgia, people that do the great golf courses of the world. We're going to have the most beautiful parks. We're going to fix the curbs. I noticed some of your curbs are broken. You know why? They're hitting them with a hammer so they can pick it up and throw it at the police. But not anymore. They're not. Not anymore. So we have the safest place, Washington, D.C., and we'll be going to other cities to help out. Preferably, we'd like to be asked. But in some cases, that just won't happen because there are people that don't understand the word ask, people that don't understand they're in trouble or they're stupid. There's something wrong with them. But these are high crime areas, as high as there is in the world. You can go to Afghanistan. You can go to places that you think of are like unsafe. You're safer there than you are in Chicago at night. But we're going to make Chicago.
Everybody know that's a fucking lie. Everybody know that's a lie. He's just going off the top. He's just rambling off the top of his head, just trying to make, you know what I'm saying, just trying to any motherfucking reason to send his troops into a democratic city. That's it.
Chicago like this. We're going to make Louisiana. We have a great governor there. We're going to make, and a great, by the way, and a great speaker there. That's true. But we're going to come into New Orleans and we're going to make that place so safe. It's got a little problem right now, a couple of headaches, like murders, a lot of little murders going on, and we're not going to stand for it. And we're going to come in, we're going to clean it up. You're going to be safe within 2 weeks. That's going to be the safest place, just like this is the safest place. And then we'll be going elsewhere throughout the country. We're going to bring crime down because we can't have cities that are unsafe. I just want to thank you for everyone. This is a special group, and it is true. There's not one person in this audience that I had to call to ask for help, that we needed your vote. You're unbelievable people. That includes you, Jason. There's nobody that knows more about tax.
There you go. He done switched the whole damn topic again. He was talking about making cities safe in 2 weeks. Now he finna talk about he don't have to. These people don't have to worry about calling him at 3 o'clock in the damn morning because he already know that they gonna kiss his ass.
Tax and money than that man right there. I'll tell you, there's nobody. It's true. And I'm saying that in front of a lot of television, Jason, so I can't ever take it back, but it's true. You do a phenomenal job. Mike, you surround yourself with, whether it's defense or anything else, I could name every single person here, and amazing. But you make my life easy. You trust me, you trust Mike, you trust leadership, you trust yourselves, and you don't make us make the call. One of you said, I don't speak to the president much. I like the president, but I always vote for him. I don't want him to have to waste. I have people, and you know who they are, that I have to call, speak to them. James, is that right? For hours. I know they're going to vote for us, but I have to speak to them for hours.
So you just admit it. You know they're gonna vote for you. So you just be talking to them. Just to switch the vote. You know they're gonna vote for you. You don't be talking to them like that. That's a freaking lie. You just get all these people in because you already know, regardless of what they gonna ask this, because you know what I'm saying. The number one thing, the Epstein files. These are the guys that are not going on the Epstein files. The people you don't got there, they are going with the Epstein files. So let's keep it real.
And it's brutal. And it's not like at 3 in the afternoon. It's like 3 in the morning, right? 3 in the morning. You hear that sound of the train? The train is safe now. We don't have to worry about it. Isn't that a beautiful? It's a much nicer sound now than it was
I guess we should
3 months ago. But
3 months ago,
so this is a very special group. And I say that with love for all those other people that have to work so hard, but they vote for us. They do vote for us. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing. But you are the people that I called Mike. I said, we have to reward the people that I don't get to speak to that I like so much. Doc Ronnie, where's Doc Ronnie? Unbelievable doctor. He was the doctor in the White House. He was a great admiral, and he's one of the most popular politicians in this country. He won his district by 50 points, but I think I won it by more. I don't. He's got one of the great districts. But Doc Ronnie, the reason I like him, he was a doctor, the White House. He took care of Bush, took care of Obama, took care of Trump. And the fake news right over here, they said to him, Doctor, could we ask you a question? Yes. What would you like? Who's the healthiest, Bush, Obama, or Trump? He said, there's not even a contest by far.
Then now he finna lie and say that he the healthiest between Bush, Obama, and Trump. I mean, yeah, Bush, Obama, and Biden. Now look at this dude. He obese. He look like he half-ass rotten and shit. And he talking about he was just because that dude gave him a bill of health that he's better than it. Man, you paid that man off. I don't know what the hell you told that dude that got him scared like that, to lie like that. But he lied the shit to you, man, and you gonna put the lies out here.
The healthiest is President Donald J. Trump. I said, I love that guy. That guy is great. I'm sure that Bush and Obama don't feel the same way, but who the hell cares, right? But I want to thank you, Ronnie. You've been great in every way, and you've been a great congressman, and you're not a congressman that I had to call. I never had to call you at 2 a.m. to get your vote, did I? Huh? But you're the same. And I just want to thank everybody. You're a special group of people, and you're the first people that I've had at the White House, at the Rose Garden. And
Yeah, we're gonna leave it right there. As you see, this dude can't stay on topic. He lying about just about every fucking thing he talking about. Everything. Health, economy, everybody, immigrants, everything. But thanks for y'all watching. We're gonna leave it right here. Remember to do the good things, the like, subscribe, and all that good old stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to build the channel on up. So hit them buttons, man, for me. It's free. It's all free. All right, I'm up out of here. Peace.